Today I have come here as a part of the exercise by the AICC to take on Modi government on price rise and inflation. As you may be very well aware that the AICC, the Congress party, has launched nationwide agitation against the Modi government on not only petrol, diesel and petroleum price hike, but the other prices also, other essential commodities also, the prices of which are on the rise. And the press conference which I am holding today, all over the country at important locations, senior Congress leaders have been deputed to educate the voters, tell the people how the prices are rising and how the Modi government alone is responsible for this hike in prices. So first of all, on petrol and diesel, the daily good morning gift of rising in petrol and diesel prices is going on unabated since last more than 2 weeks. In last 16 days, we have seen petrol and diesel prices rise every day on 14 out of 16 days. During Congress's regime, when even the crude oil prices touched $150 a barrel, the Congress's regime petrol prices were 71.41 per litre of petrol and 55.49 per litre of diesel. Whereas today in Bangalore, the petrol is sold at 111 rupees 9 paise a litre and 94 rupees 79 petrol and diesel respectively. There has been a hike in the excise by 531% in diesel and 203% in petrol during Modi's regime. The subsidy during the last year of Congress's government was 1.47 lakh crores, which has been reduced by 1200% to just 12,000 rupees last year. So imagine the subsidy coming down by 1200% and the excise duty going up by 300% is the real reason for this petrol and diesel prices hike. International crude oil prices were even higher during the Congress's regime, but we used to compensate it with more subsidy from the government of India so that the common person is not burdened. This is the biggest difference between the Congress and the Modi-led government. In the last 7-8 years, Modi government has earned 26 lakh crore rupees from this increased prices of petrol and excise on petrol and diesel. And as I said, it is 300%, the rate is 300% higher than what it was during the Congress's regime. So you can yourself imagine how much extra money they have earned out of this hike in excise of diesel and petrol. And if you look at the LPG gas cylinder prices, the commercial prices on 1st April increased by 250 rupees a cylinder, and before that, just a month before that, it had increased by 105 rupees a commercial cylinder. Domestic hike was 150 rupees 50 paisa, and the entire domestic cylinder hike results in net 27,095 crore rupees coming out of the pocket of common man. And if you calculate the petrol and diesel prices, it is more than 1 lakh crore coming out of the pocket of common man. So together, both petrol, diesel and the LPG alone, it amounts to 1,28,000 crore, which the common man will have to shell out extra from his pocket. The CNG prices also 4 rupees a kg last month, and today I have heard that it is 2 rupees 50 paisa. Also there is a hike, so it will again result in extra burden of 1,400 crore rupees. The piped natural gases, it has been hiked by 6 rupees per SCM, which will result in 961 crores from the common man's pocket. The farmers, 62 crores farmers families, they are going to suffer because the DAP bag hike is more than 10%, 150 rupees per bag. NPK's bag hike is 110 rupees per bag. The additional burden would be 3,740 crores. The toll tax, Nitin Gadkari has announced that there will be 18% increase in toll tax, which means an additional collection of 6,120 crores. This is additional collection, 6,120 crores from the pocket of the common man, which will be there only from the toll tax collection. Then the medicines. From 1st of April, the National Pharmaceutical Pricing Authority has announced a hike of 10.76% of 800 essential drugs. And these drugs include paracetamol, fever medicines like azithromycin, ciprofloxacin, and all the other medicines we have mentioned in our press release. And imagine 10.676% hike in 800 essential drugs. It is going to result in 10,000 crore rupees of extra money being shelled out of common man's pocket. Then the construction cost has also gone up because the steel price has gone up by 30%, cement prices by 22%, aluminium by 40%. Then for the common man, middle class, earlier on the income tax provided section 80 EEA, in which the first time home buyers had a benefit of deduction up to 1.5 lakh rupees. This also has been withdrawn by the government. So the middle class also is going to suffer because of this. The provident fund, the rates on provident fund earlier were reduced from 8.5% to 8.1%. On top of that, from 1st April, interest on provident fund contribution, if it is above 2.5 lakh, also will be taxed. So again, for the middle class people, this is something which is going to affect them. And 6.7 crore people are covered under the provident fund, which are going to be adversely impacted by the interest rate, which has been slashed from 8.5 to 8.1%. Now the car also, if anyone wants to buy the car, Maruti has announced increase of 9%, Tata 2.5%, Toyota by 4%. TV, AC, refrigerator, LED, mobile, everything would be on fire because 30% duty on aluminium ore has been slapped. AC, TV, fridge will be hiked by 15% and mobile by 20 to 30%. So all these things in total will result in a common man's pocket total for this year at least 1,50,000 if petrol and diesel prices are not increased further. At this moment, even if we take by 10 rupees hike on petrol and diesel prices, which has been effected till today, 1,50,000 crores will be extra, which has to be shelled out of common man's pocket. So this is the price rise for which Modi government is solely responsible and only responsible. We have given you the instances, the tax pattern which Modi government have entered into, because of which there is so much of price rise, inflation, and common people, middle class, lower middle class people, poor people are particularly going to suffer the most. Congress has launched nationwide agitation. D.K. Shivkumarji will speak to you in detail about their program in Karnataka. All over the country, at district level, at state level, we are organizing programs against price rise and inflation. And as a part of this program today, I have come here, and I hope that all of you, the media will highlight this important issue, try to put pressure on the government so that the government is forced to act in reduction of prices.